And joining us now for our continued coverage of the shooting at North Hills is Raleigh Mayor Janet Cowell. Mayor Cowell, thanks so much. We should mention you're in Washington, D.C. right now for a conference involving mayors all around the nation, and that's where you unfortunately had to find out about this shooting. I do want to begin with the breaking news that essentially we're learning that this may have been kind of a workplace dispute, that the people involved knew each other. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, well, it is a tragic event, and I was sorry to hear about it. I do feel like it was a very fast response on the part of the Raleigh PD, and they got in touch with me very quickly. So I'm proud of the first responders who are trying to keep this community safe. Yeah, the fact that these folks knew each other, I mean, it was a contained event, but of course you don't know that when you're first responding. And of course, you know, the lockdowns and the disruption of a very busy area of town or an unfortunate consequence compounding, right, the tragedy of the loss of life.
Schools in the area were locked down for a period of time. Lena mentioned earlier in our broadcast that first responders were there quite quickly. You've kind of remarked on that yourself. How do you feel that the response to mitigate the situation, obviously a very popular destination for so many reasons, has gone?
Very well. I mean, as well as these things can go, right? I think Raleigh has a reputation for having some of the best police training academy, and then they partnered. I know that they had the State Capitol Police, the Wake County Sheriff's Office, Kane Realty, right, private security. So I think it was not just the Raleigh PD, but there was a whole collaboration, both on response to this event, but then keeping the rest of the city safe, while our PD focused on this tragic circumstance.
Mayor Cowell, you made public safety a central component of your campaign. This is a situation, though, that can't be forecast. What's your message to people who may be worried about going to North Hills now?
Well, as you said, this was a sort of a domestic known dispute between individuals. I think we do need to invest in mental health, right? And give people the support and services when they are going through what this individual seems to have gone through, some sort of mental health crisis that led to this attack. And also, just as the police, right, data mining and understanding the areas of our city and the people in our city that might commit crimes. So I think we'll do everything we can to predict crimes, but sometimes, as in this circumstance, it may be difficult to have predicted this tragic event.
Mayor Janet Cowell, thanks so much for your time. I know you're in Washington, D.C., but also following all of the updates very closely here in Raleigh. Just a few weeks into your job and something like this happens. Thanks so much for your time.
Our
Thank
breaking
you.
news coverage.